Mindset. Listen, man, I just want to talk about this in light of the whole Kobe Bryant situation. And first of all, I just want to say rest in peace, rest in power to Kobe, his daughter, and, everybody else that was involved. Of course, I didn't know him personally, but, there's some things I want to talk about, man, and that's we do not have time to waste time. There is no time to waste time. So, there's some things I'm about to say that's not so much a reflection of him personally, but just, I just want to talk about this, what happened with him motivated me to speak on it because of the shock value of it. And, usually celebrity deaths don't really, hit me like that. But for some reason, man, I don't know. I just felt in my heart, man, felt for them, when I heard about it yesterday. And, you know what I'm saying? And just, and it just made me think like, man, like it was just crazy. Like it really shocked me. And, I know it really shocked a lot of people that knew him personally and stuff like that. And, man, and I like Kobe, you know what I'm saying? I like Kobe but, I guess I'm just more or less like a casual type of Kobe fan. Like I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't have none of his jerseys or t-shirts or posters or autographs. I never been to none of his games or anything like that. But I always did like Kobe, and you know what I'm saying. But I'm like more of the casual type of Kobe fan. But just when I heard about the crash yesterday, man, it just like really bugged me out. Like I was just really like, man, like that's crazy. Like, and I don't know, my heart just really went out to him. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it hit me pretty hard in the feels, and I know I talk about mindset and getting out of your feelings and controlling your feelings and stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, just my heart goes out to him, man. And, and I just want to speak on, not so much him, but just the shock value, man, because it shocked me. And just, and just to say that, you just never really know, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't know God, if you don't know the word, you know what I'm saying? Where it says death and life are in the power of the tongue, in the power of the tongue, not just the tongue, not just everything that you say, whether you mean it or you don't, or you being sarcastic or you're not, but it's in the power of the tongue. The power comes from what you really, truly deep down believe and the way you perceive. So, I don't want to try to speak on or assume Kobe's spirituality or whether he's a Christian or whatever. I don't know all that. I'm not going to assume that or, try to make any assumptions as far as that. But, I can tell just, everybody that talks about him really talks highly of him. But, but it's just to say, man, that, what happened to him, that could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that we ain't all out here flying around in private helicopters, but, you know what I'm saying? Like that could have been, anybody in a car wreck or, some type of, accident. As a matter of fact, just yesterday I was coming home and, I had seen somebody in an SUV had hit somebody on their motorcycle. And it's like the guy's whole motorcycle was underneath the SUV. And the crazy part about it, the guy, that was on the bike, he was on the side of the road on the sidewalk. He was laying on his back. They was putting a neck brace on him, and he's sitting there with his phone like this. I'm assuming he was recording a video or taking selfies or on Facebook Live or something. But anyway, and that could have happened. Like I said, that could have happened to anybody. That could have been anybody. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say that, God wanted to, call his, one of his angels home and nothing like that, because, I'm not gonna sit here and say that God killed Kobe Bryant, that God used a form of evil to bring about his good, that God used death to try to bring about his good. I'm not going to say that God killed Kobe or nothing like that, that God wanted him to come home and he made his helicopter, malfunction some kind of way. I mean, I'm not going to, I think that was just a form of human error is what I think happened, man. That's just a form of human error. I'm not going to say that I will say that God may have used that. God didn't cause it to happen, but I feel like he used that to, to wake a lot of people up, man, because I posted this on my Facebook and, and there's a lot of people that's saying the same thing, like, all the little gripes and unforgiveness and hatred and the way that you feel about a person, you hold any grudges and stuff like that, man. It's time to let that stuff go. And I said that in a Facebook post, and then I seen a lot of people after me, not to say that they got it from me, but it's a lot of people that's saying that same thing, like all your little gripes and grudges and hatred and little, alts that you have toward people that, somebody borrowed $5 from you like 20 years ago and you still holding grudges about it. You know what I'm saying? It's time to let it go, whether it's minor or whether it's major. It don't even matter how major it really is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Whether their life is taken or whether your life is taken. You know what I'm saying? As soon as this life is over and said and done, man, none of that stuff matters anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you know, it's like I almost don't want to say Kobe lived a full life, but he lived his dreams, like everything that he wanted to do and everything that he set out to do. He wanted to play basketball, and he wanted to play pro basketball. He wanted to play for the Lakers, and that's exactly what he did. He played, he spent his whole professional NBA career playing for the Lakers, and he won championships, and he was known as one of the greatest, if not the greatest. I'm pretty sure there's people that will say that he was the absolute greatest, and that's debatable, but that's not what this is about. I'm not gonna get into the whole, he just wanted to copy Jordan and all of that. He just wanted to be like Jordan, and I'm not gonna say Jordan was better than him. He was better than Jordan. That's not what this is about. You can debate that all you want if you want, but none of that matters anymore. But there's no doubt either way that he left his mark on the game and on the world, you know what I'm saying, and even beyond basketball. But you know what I'm saying, like everything that he set out to do, man, he did it. And so, but nobody thought, man, that this would happen or this even could happen to somebody like him, man. That was that meant a lot to so many people. And and even beyond basketball, he was still doing things, and that's why I almost hate to say that he lived a full life, because there was things that he was still setting out to do, and things that he started to do that he was already seeing success in, and there's a lot more good that he wanted to do and that he was trying to do. And but I mean, in terms of living his dreams and everything that he set out to do, he did. So, and at the age of 41, man, he's gone, and Mamba out. And but so I mean, he lived a satisfying life. I mean, I'm pretty sure he had his struggles and his trials and tribulations, as we all do. You know what I'm saying? But of course, you just you knew him for his greatness and everything that he accomplished. So you know what I'm saying? So none of that stuff even matters. I mean, at the end of the day, he was happy, he was fulfilled. He did what he wanted. He did what he really wanted to do, and he said, he did. He did what God put him here to do. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have time to waste time, man. And this is the thing that I've been talking about in terms of persistence, man. Like, if you want to see the kind of persistence that I've been talking about, look at that man right there. Look at number 8. Look at number 24. Look at Kobe Bryant, man. You talk about persistence. That's what I'm talking about. That persistence, that refuse to lose, that, I'm going to get it no matter what. I'm going to make my dreams come true no matter what I have to face, how hard it may be, how hard I have to work. I'm going to do what needs to be done. I'm going to make sacrifices. And at the end of the day, I'm going to see good days. Even when I see bad days, I'm going to brush it off and I'm going to keep it moving, and I'm going to, and I'm going to go hard, that much harder, what I'm saying, the next day and the next day and the next day. I'm going to get up early every morning. I'm going to do what I got to do, you know what I'm saying? And, we don't have time to waste time. We don't have time to sit here and be, I'm going to hate this person for the rest of my life because of what they did. You got to kill that stuff, man, because it's useless. And that's what I've been talking about the year of 2020, man. It's time to make a change, man. If you want to be persistent in a way that's going to benefit, we got to make a change, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be persistent. There's a difference between being persistent and being stubborn. You got to stop being stubborn. We got to be persistent in a way that's useful and in a way that is helpful and in a way that not only builds us up, but, can help others too. You know what I'm saying? And, we got to kill that hatred, man. Because with that hatred and that unforgiveness, man, you may not want to hear this, or you may not agree But and that's what hatred does. Hatred will blind you, man. Hatred and unforgiveness, what I'm saying, when you hold on to that stuff, you are more damaging to yourself than the person that you hate and refuse to forgive. You are more damaging to yourself than that person is to you. So, what I'm saying, when you just walk around and you just carry the weight of all of that stuff on you all day, man, it's like when you decide that you're going to hate somebody and you're not going to forgive somebody, you have to constantly keep hating and constantly keep those thoughts in your mind and keep reminding yourself of, this is why I hate them. This is what they did to me. And I hate them, I hate them, I hate them, and just everything about them, just, everything that they say, everything that they do, the way that they look, everything just vexes your spirit, man. And that's why I say that affects you. They don't care. It's not affecting them. They're going on. You know what I'm saying? But that unforgiveness, it damages you more than that person damages you. And you got to kill that stuff, man. Stop wasting time. You think you got time to keep sitting here and hating somebody and holding grudges? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no time to keep wasting time. You think you got time to sit here and complain about the same stuff you complain about every single day? You think you got time to sit here and complain about work every day? You go to the same job, you're around the same people every day. You do the same thing every day. The same crap happens every day. You complain about it every single day, every time it happens. And you think you got time to sit here and just keep complaining and just holding that stuff and letting that stuff get into your spirit and into your heart and into your mind. And you think you got time to just keep sitting here and talking about this stuff. And you wasting time. Ain't no time to waste time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no time to sit here and say I'm gonna do it later and procrastinate and what I'm saying, I get to it in a minute and I don't feel like it. Ain't no time for that. Ain't no time to be watching Power and talking about who died and all of that. I mean, what I'm saying, if that's what you enjoyed, and that's fine with within its limits, you know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, like, ain't no time to waste time, man. Just watching TV and just being lazy and laying around and oh, I'm tired, you know what I'm saying? You get plenty of rest in the ground. You know what I mean? Like, of course you got to get rest. You can't overexert yourself, and that's not what I'm saying, that you got to overexert yourself, but you know what I'm saying? Ain't no time. Like, you got to be persistent, man. If you really want it, you want something bad enough, you can get it. But you know what I'm saying? You got to believe it first, man. You got to believe it. If you don't believe it, then you know what I'm saying? You're not going to go for it. And that's why mindset is so important, man, because that's where it starts, man. If you believe you can, then you will. If you believe you can't, then you won't. Let me say that again. I got tongue tied. If you believe you can, then you will. But if you don't believe that you can, then you won't. You won't make the effort, or if you do make an effort, it'll be a half-hearted effort just to prove yourself right that you couldn't do it. Like, see, I told you I couldn't do it. See, I told you I wasn't good. And I've said this before. I've said that exact same thing before on another video for the very few people that keep up with the videos that I do. But, and soon that's going to change. You know what I'm saying? I told you this is the year, 2019 was a year of change for me. And even more so, 2020 is going to be the year of change. But it needs to be a year of change for a lot of people, whether, you know what I'm saying, you just changing your mindset and changing, the way that you perceive things, or changing things, or, more so leveling up, you know what I'm saying, and going to higher heights and stuff. Just like, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a big change for us because, for our family, because, we're looking to get our home this year, you know what I'm saying, and that's going to change a lot of things. So you know what I'm saying, like, man, ain't no time to waste time, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying, those deep down things that you really want to do with your life that seem far-fetched, man, I believe that's your calling. That's your calling. It may be out of reach for you by yourself, but you know what I'm saying, like, it's your responsibility, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to, again, going back to killing that hatred, man. It may be somebody's fault that you may be in a certain situation. It may be somebody's fault that, maybe somebody left and you had to move back with your mom because you couldn't afford the rent by yourself, or, it may be somebody's fault that somebody had said something and ruined your reputation and you couldn't get that job promotion that you were trying to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may be somebody's fault, but it's at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to, you are responsible for the outcome of your life. Like, you can't always help the things that people say, and you can't always help you can't always help the things that people say. You can't always help the things that people do. You can't always help things that go on around you, but ultimately you can help how much it affects you and how far you go, how far you choose to go to run with it, or how much those things hold you back. You ultimately control, the outcome of your life. You know what I'm saying? So, and nobody don't expect anybody to take responsibility for your life but you. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, and we can't control those things, but you can control the effect that it has on you. You can't control how much it either holds you back or how much it motivates you to propel yourself forward. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to take responsibility for the outcome of your life. You know what I'm saying? You have to take responsibility for your happiness. You have to take responsibility for your mind and your thoughts. You have to take responsibility for the condition of your heart, for the well-being of your heart, man. Depression, man, is mental. Depression is not medical. Medicine does not cure depression because it's not medical. Depression is mental. You know what I'm saying? And hey, look, I'm not trying to minimize anybody's struggle. I'm not trying to say that, your life is easier than what it really is or whatever. I'm not trying to say that life isn't real and that, very devastating things don't happen. For example, back to the Kobe situation, I don't expect his wife to take it anything less than hard. You know what I'm saying? She lost her husband, she lost a kid, she lost one of her children. I'm not gonna pretend that I know what that's like. I have no idea. Like, I know that's got to be, the only thing that I can imagine is that's got to be the hardest thing. I'm sure out of all the trials and things that she's been through, this right here has to be like the hardest thing that she's having to deal with right now. You know what I'm saying? Unless maybe she lost her parents, and I'm sure she took that hard. And if that is the case, and I'm pretty sure with this just piles on to that pain right there too. So, again, I don't know them personally. I don't know her whole situation, but I'm pretty sure this right here is the hardest thing that she's having to deal with. And I know she's going to need a lot of love and a lot of comfort, and, you know what I'm saying? But too, you know what I'm saying? She's got to come to a point where it's like, if she believes in that kind of thing, that, he's in a better place. And even though he was already in a good place here, on earth, but, you know what I'm saying, that he's in a better place. And it's just, it's unfortunate and it's sad, man. It really is. I really hated that happened. I hated to see that yesterday, and just seeing that it was him was for me, hit me in the heart, but then to find out that his daughter was a part of that too, man, that just made it that much more so. Like, she was only 13, and, she was taking everything. She was taking after him, and, she was molding, he was molding her, and, you know what I'm saying? And, she was just beginning her life, you know what I'm saying? She was just beginning to really pursue her, what would have been her career and the things that she wanted to do, man. And, and she was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And, it just sucks to see, man, because she could have been so much more. I'm sure she meant a lot. She meant a lot to them, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, she could have been, like, talked about the way that Kobe was talked about in the NBA. She could have been talked about in the WNBA. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate to see, man, but, I don't have any explanation for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say that, God took her and that God took their lives to get them into heaven. But I just really, truly believe that was just, a mistake, a result of human error. But God is using this, man, to hopefully wake people up, man, and to see, man, like, you mess around, be here today, gone tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that, nobody expected him to get on that helicopter and to not come back home. Nobody expected him to be on his way to work, and then he wasn't going to come back home that day. You know what I'm saying? Because it was said, you know what I'm saying, that was his helicopter. He rode that helicopter everywhere he went, back and forth to work and all of these things, man. And so, I think that was just, human error, man, that, it's just unfortunate that it was him, or, I mean, it would have been unfortunate, being anybody, but, what I'm saying? But he meant a lot to, even people that didn't know him personally, what I'm saying? He meant a lot to a lot of people. And so, I just want to use this to say, just, man, we got to stop wasting time. We got to stop holding on to things that don't help us. We got to stop holding on to things that hold us down and hold us back. Stop holding on to, memories, like, what I'm saying? Like certain things, like, you're not going to erase the memories of certain things, but stop holding on to them in a way that holds you down and that keeps you down and that keeps you being hopeless. And, what I'm saying? Like, that's useless, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop being useless and holding on to useless things and doing useless things and thinking useless thoughts and just wasting time. We do not have time to waste time, man. We got to make every moment count, because every moment counts, but it's depending on you how much value you add to every moment, because every moment counts. Every second that ticks, man, is a second that goes by, and it's a second that you can't get back. And seconds turn into minutes, minutes turn into hours, hours turn into days, days turn into weeks, weeks turn into years, and so on and so on, man. And all that stuff adds up. Pennies add up. You know what I'm saying? But, you keep adding them up. See what I'm saying? It becomes big, and before you know it, you know what I'm saying, 10, 20, 30 years go by, and you still be sitting around talking about, I can't believe this person did this to me. They ruined my life, and I'm just gonna be bitter, and or my dad wasn't around, and I couldn't be the man that I wanted to be because my daddy didn't want me, or what I'm saying, or I have this, and I mean, just a bunch of stuff, man. Like, look, you just gotta make the most of what you have and make the best of what you don't have, and make the most of every good situation and make the best of every bad situation, man. You can't let things hold you down. You can't let people hold you down. You can't let situations hold you down. You got to, what I'm saying, have that Mamba mentality, man. Like, look, this is going to happen with or without you. You know what I'm saying? This is going to happen because, what I'm saying, because, I refuse to lose. I am determined. Like, Kobe Bryant had serious, serious determination. And that's the kind of determination that I'm on right now, that I'm talking about, man. If you want it, man, it is out there for the taking, but you got to be determined enough to get it. You got to have the mindset that you can have it and that you can do it. And even if you can't currently physically do it, you keep on, what I'm saying, reaching and reaching until you can. You keep on trying and pressing toward the mark. You know what I'm saying? You beat that body and make it obedient. You know what I'm saying? And you do what you have to do what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know something, you know what I'm saying, look it up. You're on your phone all day. You're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you on your phone all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be on Google. You can be on YouTube. You can find almost anything on YouTube. Anything that you don't know or that you want to know, look it up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted, I got the studio set up behind me. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to mix just, just by doing it, just by mixing and stuff like that, and, listening to other people's songs. And then I wanted to know how to master, because I didn't really understand what mastering was. And, I thought it was something, more than what it really was. And, I looked it up on YouTube, like, what's mastering? What's the difference between mixing and mastering? You know what I'm saying? And then I learned what it was. And already in the year 2020, I've mixed and mastered 2 songs. One that is in a video game called So Many Me, and then another one that's a part of a death battle. And I have to share the links with that, in the description. But, you know what I'm saying, already in 2020, I done mixed and mastered 2 songs that's going to be part of something, going to be part of something big. And so, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, this is only January. January is almost over already, and we're about to go into February. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything that you want to do, man, it's out there for the taking. Anything that you want is out there for the taking, as long as you believe that you can have it. And, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's God's destiny for everybody to be millionaires, but I believe it is God's destiny, for for everybody to pursue that deep down inner passion that, you know, that's in your heart that you want to do. If you want to draw, if you want to paint, if you want to, you know, write music and make beats, if you want to be a doctor, lawyer, you know what I'm saying, a veterinarian, you know what I'm saying, if you want to be you want to work in the post office, you want to be a manager at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, and, you know, it may not be so much that you want to be a manager at McDonald's, but, you know, you may just have, you know, you just want to serve people and meet, you know, a bunch of different people and stuff. So, I mean, you know, whatever that deep down passion it is that you want to do, man, it may seem, you know, far-fetched and unreachable, man. That's what you're supposed to be pursuing. And you got to believe that it's there for a reason. And you got to go for it. And you got to refuse to have it any other way. You got to have a desire. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a casual want something. You know, I want this and I hope I get it. It's you know, I want this and I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna do what it takes and I'm gonna get the knowledge and I'm gonna, you know, talk to to people that, you know, that I can talk to, you know what I'm saying, whoever I need to talk to, and I'm gonna get the information and I'm gonna do what I need to do to get out here and to make this thing happen. And, you know what I'm saying, and I'm going to see better days. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what this person said about me, what people think about me. If people think this is a stupid thing to try to pursue or whatever, man, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, you know, you got to get rid of all these useless things, man. You got to have that Mamba mentality. You got to go for it, man. You got to get out here. There is no time to waste time, man. You know what I'm saying? Time is ticking, bro. There's no time to waste time, buddy. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get out here and get it, man. Mindset. That's where it all starts, man. If you believe you can, then you will, man. And you take the necessary steps that it takes to go out there and make it happen, man. And he even said it yourself, man. You got to make your dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? Your dream can't stop it being a dream. Your dreams can't start and stop in your head, man. It's got to start in your head, and it's got to begin, and it's got to end right here in your hand. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's out here, man. Yo, once again, man, you know, rest in peace to Kobe and, you know, everybody else that was involved. And, you know, my prayers and condolences to the families. Again, I don't know any of them personally, but, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, hey, my heart goes out to y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, God bless, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's make every moment from here on out count for something, man. Let's get rid of these useless things. Let's get rid of this hatred and bitterness and jealousy. Let's get rid of the laziness and procrastination. And let's make some things happen and you know, out here, man, because there is no time left to waste, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's make it happen, man. R2G2 out of here.